Here we are at our 1987 Cobalt Condesa for sale. We're here on Norris Lake. Now I've pushed the boat just outside of this covered slip. There is a covered slip here with a lift that would be transferable. We're here at a very convenient marina here on Norris Lake. And there is a trailer included with this one. I'll try to have some photos of the trailer at our website, which is where you'll find the current asking price of this listing. Again, this is the 1987 Cobalt Condesa. This is a 22.5 foot length boat. It's a little cuddy cabin with a very extremely deep V. And this boat is just in great condition for its age. And everything on here is working. We've got a swim platform here on the back, which I'm going to step on. And you can see we've got a 4-step drop down swim boarding ladder, and then we've got basically another step coming up off that platform with a little grab rail to help you get from the platform up into the cockpit. This one's rated for 12. It's 96-inch beam, approximately 4,200 pounds dry weight. We've got an AM/FM, CD, auxiliary input, USB input stereo. We've got 4 speakers here in the cockpit, another 2 speakers in the cuddy cabin. As you can see, I've got everything opened up for the cuddy cabin. Here at your driver's seat, you do have a rudder angle indicator gauge, which is right here on the wheel. And basically everything on this boat works. You've got interior lighting, you've got dash lighting, you've got your running lights, bilge pump, blower, working horn. You've got trim tabs, which is a boat leveler. You've also got your your outdrive tilt trim. You've got a remote spotlight. We've got windshield wipers, working horn. There is 2 Bimini Tops for this boat, and there is also an isinglass enclosure. Actually, while I'm speaking of that, I'll go ahead and show you. Here's your isinglass enclosure down here. This is in great condition. These are the lower profile Bimini Tops. I guess I should say that. And I'll get you a peek of those here in a few minutes. I want to show you some more features here around the cockpit. You've got drop-down cup holders here. And then, of course, because it is an 87 model, you've got these little built-in ashtrays everywhere with 12-volt power outlets. So you've got one of those there, another one over here. This is just a really nice roomy bow rider. I want to show you a little slide-out tray here that is basically mounted underneath your driver's seat. Sorry, I had to use 2 hands for that, so didn't have much of a view there for a second. Then we've also got a pair of built-in coolers. You push this little tab here, and then you can raise this up. And this is a self-draining in-floor cooler. You've got one on this side, and another one over here on the other side. That just drains down into your bilge. Now the spot in the floor right here in the center screen, that is for a table that can be mounted there. There's also a place to mount that table down in the cockpit. Actually, I think I'm gonna go there before I pull this back bench seat out for you. Should also mention that your passenger seat, this is a forward and rear facing passenger seat, that will lay down flat into a little sun lounge. I'm gonna have photos of that at the website. And then your driver's seat also is on a slide. It'll go forward or back. We've got basically the vinyl is just taped in 2 areas here, and here there's probably a tear in there, and they've taped it up just to prevent that from getting any worse. Large in-floor storage locker here. It's on a gas shock. Now everything on this boat right now is going to stay with it. So you've got some a throwable, some life vest down there, some fenders, and a small anchor. All that's going to stay with this boat. And then we've also got storage underneath this footrest here. That's a remote or a handheld spotlight. There's also a remote spotlight. That's your remote spotlight controls right there. Again, this one's rated for 12. I think I mentioned that earlier. This one also lifts up here. Now we've got a stereo remote. I don't think this part was factory, but they've mounted a little stereo remote here, and this is a Kenwood stereo remote. and the stereo is in the cabin, so that's why it's handy to have a remote up here. and that's just reading your USB right there. So all the speakers are working in this one. Another cup holder here, and then you've got a lockable glove box here at your passenger seat. And of course I've got everything opened up so I can show you down into the Cuddy cabin right now. And we've got a Rockford amplifier here, and here's your Kenwood AM FM CD USB auxiliary input stereo. Another 12 volt power outlet here, and then you've got storage in here. These open up. This one kind of drops down and gives you a little tray, and you've got some 12 volt lighting here, and another one on the other side right here. And we've also got lighting, interior lights, storage hatch lights, and your engine room lights. So here's your interior lights. You can see those come in up there. You've got a built-in storage shelf here, 2 speakers up here in the Cuddy cabin. Here's your bow hatch. There's a screen on here now, and that hatch will raise and lower. You've got some really handy storage access down in here. These are all on a hinge, so you can get in there fairly easily with one hand. A large storage area here. Now I believe in a lot of these Cuddy cabin models, people will mount a porta potty here. That's just being used for storage, but you certainly would have the room if you wanted to add a small porta potty there. All right, now I mentioned that table would mount down in the Cuddy cabin. That's where that would go. Actually, I'll show you the table in here. I will have photos of the table up in both positions at our website. And then this right here is your cockpit or your cabin filler cushion. That will go in this area. Again, I'll show the photos of that at the website. So that whole area down there can be a sleeping berth. And then everything will close off in here. Okay, this has a little screen built into it, and that will close, and you've got a little pin in here that'll slide down and lock that into position, so to stay closed. And then this door will also close. Screens are built into this, so you're going to get a little bit of ventilation down there, or if you raise that bow window, you'll get a nice ventilation down there. So that's your Cuddy cabin closed off. Now, before we wrap up here, I'm going to try to show you the rear area. This is a convertible bench, and we've got both of the Bimini Tops are stowed in this section. You've got dual batteries, a battery switch. They've also got an onboard battery charger in here, and this is the plug for it, this black wire there. So whenever you're in the slip, you can plug that in. Now I'm going to try to slide this bench forward a little bit. Bear with me here on the video. So there you can see that bench kind of folds down. It makes a little sun lounge for you. And then behind it would be your engine compartment access. I'll do what I can to show you on the video. I've got good photos of the engine room that will be posted at the website. So 507 hours. This is a MerCruiser 454 mag. This is 330 horsepower. Alpha 1 out drive. We've got a Halon fire extinguisher right here. That's an automatic fire suppression system. And then that tank there is about a 99 gallon aluminum fuel tank. So I'll have a good photo of this engine bay at the website. Again, www.yournewboat.com. Once you make it there, you'll see the orange lettering everywhere. That's how you'll know you're at the right place. And click the Find Your New Boat button. Scroll down. All of our inventory is in order of price. It's very easy to navigate. Most everything we have for sale is located here on Norris Lake. And you'll just be able to scroll down until you get to the 1987 Cobalt Condesa Cuddy cabin for sale here on Norris Lake. As I said, this slip is transferable, and there is also a trailer included with it. I'm gonna guess it's probably a Tandem Axle trailer. Actually, at this moment I haven't seen it yet, but I'll try to have some photos of it listed at our website. Here's your remote spotlight up here. Cleat, stainless cleat there. And then I've turned on this rub rail lighting. I don't know if you can see that in the video. It's fairly bright out here today, but you've got basically some accent lighting that's red that goes all the way around the rub rail on this boat. And then I'm going to try to show you up here at the bow. There's a little mark just below this tie-up hook. I'll see if you can see that, just a little bitty mark in the gel coat right there. I'll try to have a photo of that. And then the gel coat on here is in just absolutely gorgeous shape. But we do have you know, a few little marks in the vinyl stripes. And there's one back here, yeah, near the Cobalt name. This one right here, that one's probably not gonna buff out, and my fingernail will go down there just slightly. I would still consider this really clean boat. A little bit of oxidation around the back, along the transom where the boat kind of hangs out the back of the slip. I believe all this will buff out if somebody's really good at it, and we've got some guys in our area that can buff that out. All the other gel coat on the side looks really good condition. And I'll have also some photos of this port side that I'm trying to show you now. I'll have some photos of it at the website as well. So contact us with any questions through our website. We don't monitor the YouTube comments, but you can reach us by phone, by text, by email. If you ever call our voicemail and get our if you ever call us by phone and get our voicemail and you would like a return phone call, please leave a detailed message so that we can have your questions answered whenever we return your call. And I thank you again for joining us. That'll wrap things up for us today here at our 1987 Cobalt Condesa. Again, this is a 22-foot, 7-inch Cuddy cabin cruiser for sale here on Norris Lake. Thanks again for joining us.